Well, the UK government in the past few years been really making it difficult for human rights defenders to come into here in a way or another. And I mean, my case was an example when I was arrested in UK airport for 5 hours, and my passport and my 2 children passport and one were taken for 2 weeks. I could maybe sometime understand because UK government support the dictatorship in Bahrain, but they could target me. But they not only me, but they targeted my 2 kids and my wife, who were stuck with me at the airport, and their passport were withdrawn for at least 2 weeks. And this is an example of how the human rights community facing in that part of the world, Bahrain or the Gulf, and countries like UK, which present itself as a democratic, civilized country. But when it comes to Bahrain and when it comes to the Gulf region, it's an area where they don't want to talk about. Because talking about Bahrain, it exposed the double standard, it exposed the hypocrisy, it exposed how much we are victim of corrupt political system, of a corrupt relation based on interest and arms sales. But this is our job and your job as a human rights groups, as a group fight for freedom of expression, to expose that at the international level. I'm sure people in UK and Europe are not aware that their government does so, because I'm sure they'll be ashamed of their government. UK has a wonderful system, wonderful judicial system, social system that's respected by us. But when it comes to politics and their relation with the repressive regime, this is an area we have to, because this is going to cost everybody very high price later. The American, for example, they're paying high price today because they supported dictators in which one part of America. So all the nations of those countries become enemy of United States. Will face the same circumstances by supporting dictators in the Gulf countries. They are creating more and more enemies in that part of the world among the people who sees their right is being violated, and this violator being supported by a government like UK. So I'm afraid United Kingdom creating more enemies in that part of the world, and this we don't want. We studied in UK, we learned a lot from UK, we learned a lot from the UK system. We do admire that, we do appreciate that. We have a lot of friends among civil society, human rights groups, member of parliament. So we don't want that to happen. So that's why we need to fix that type of relation. Human rights have to be respected. They can have relation. They can have their interests going on. But human rights has to be respected. Those moral values we talk about, guidelines, human rights guidelines for the EU has to be respected when you have a relation with a dictatorship.